Okay, we're on.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm coming behind the camera now. So hey, CE Avengers fans, this is Ramon Pinheiro from CE Avengers. I'm here with Tony from Drone Tech UAS, one of the featured members of the Hudson Valley Gold Rewards program, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his business.
All right, first off, thanks a lot, Ramon. Appreciate you even coming out to Middletown. Middletown is up and rising in the Hudson Valley. Drone Tech UAS was created for education, drone services, B2B business, helping others understand about this technology, getting more familiar. NYPD, as everyone already knows, launched their drone force. So as drones become more prevalent, we want to continue to teach the communities, educate the kids, and then help the businesses themselves be able to utilize this technology in a way that they can actually be profitable. You know,
Yeah.
So you see these lineups of drones here from main manufacturers of
I'll pan the camera over.
of DJI. Been a huge help and contributor to developing this technology and helping us to be educating and spreading the word. You know, so if your kids, yourself want to learn about drones in a more in-depth aspect, come on down to Drone Tech UAS. I teach in Newburgh Unity Center in Newburgh, New York, about 30 minutes away from Middletown. And we get all into the factions of building drones, utilizing drones, use cases, use studies that have been used, and we show you cool examples of exactly how to be utilized in your workforce, in your industry.
So now, like, what type of services other than teaching drones do you guys offer?
So we do power plant inspections, thermals use, to be able to understand the heat sensitivity of a product or a rooftop, especially in weather like this, to be able to let you know whether or not condensation is being built up in your roof, if we have any water spurts, any types of holes, anything that could be a deprivation in the long run. So we want to be able to do a preventative maintenance check. Roads, potholes, this a slew of use cases that we utilize so we can help the business so they won't have to pay that upfront cost in the long run. So why not just kill it now, right?
Yeah. So you do like aerial views too.
Oh, it's huge.
You also do search and rescue, or you do a lot of efforts in different areas, right?
Oh man, the hurricanes was our first project that we did. We launched over in Hurricane Harvey. We had the honor and to be able to be with other police forces down there. We was down there with the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality. So we utilized our drones here to actually launch. And Texas is it's mostly they have a lot of oil-based areas down there. So when the hurricane did hit, we actually utilized our drones to actually go into certain areas before any man could step foot. So if there's chemicals on the ground, there was no citizens couldn't go back to their homes until the hazmat team came in and brushed that off, and then it was deemed clear. Puerto Rico, we went down to Puerto Rico and we mapped out certain areas of. We went down to I can't pronounce it. Uganda. We mapped out those areas. We mapped out certain areas. Isla Verde. Let's see. We mapped out. San Juan wasn't so bad, but that was the focal point where I had all the military areas. Was there, staying in hotels at that time, and once you got out of San Juan, it was a dead zone. No cell phone service, no lights. So we had our drones map out the roads because a lot of the roads were blocked by these huge amount of trees, like 500, 200 years old. It was insane. So we had the drones map it out. These are the areas you want to go through. These are the roads that's messed up, and we worked with the Red Cross at that time, and it was a pleasure. Still, knocking out those areas out, but helped us be able to get where we are today. Where we're still building, building and still doing outreaching to areas like that,
Yeah, and locally you helped out in Newburgh too, right?
Yeah. We shot some areas over in Newburgh when that hurricane, when that tornado, and we shot some areas for Mount St. Mary's College, and to give those that data, and we utilized that in an engineering film that the students got to see of how the utilizing drones could be in that much how much help it actually helps to get that overall view. A manned aircraft can't get that low. Got helios. Only so much that these but the drones itself can get into these small areas that they need to be able to put the
Drone Tech UAS is owned by a veteran.
Yeah, yes. Man, still in the military. I think this might be my last year. Might be. I'm thinking about it.
Well, we thank you for your service.
Anytime. I love it. Love what I do, man. This industry is booming. So when it booms like this, and to be in the environment that we are right now, it's important to be on top and then be informative to everyone who wants to get into this field. Just don't get a drone and throw it in the air. You're gonna understand about your airspace, your local municipalities, your local villages that we have. You know, the rules and regulations federally wise. So you know, that's what I want to teach. We're teaching the kids now for Newburgh free academy. We're teaching. We got the whole district that we're doing drone recruitment. We'll be going to their schools on Monday. I'm grabbing up 15 kids as for after school programs so they get involved in this type of environment where we're leading to. You know, all autonomous.
So what exactly could you teach a kid if they're trying to learn something like this?
So right now and Newburgh every Saturday. We teach from coding, coded drone, from elements of like Scratch, Python, touches on Raspberry Pi. Then we move on to the building components of a drone, understanding the motors, understand propulsion, the lift. We go through drone history. You know, we learn about Reginald Denny. We learn about the first drone that was ever created. Then we get into the commercial operation aspect. You know, learn about how important it is to actually, which field that you want to actually step into, which realm, and you know, how are you going to pursue that type of field, and how can you contribute to, you know, making the world a better place by utilizing drone technology. You know, so the kids from 2nd grade to 5th grade, they get an earful from me, but we do a lot of labs, a lot of labs.
So I mean, if you see Amazon is going towards drones, that's a big business. This is a small business that's making changes in the local area. So if you guys check out HV Gold Rewards. If you check out their website, which is
DroneTechUAS.com. All right.
And you know, you could utilize their services, get your kids involved. Programming is really big, especially in the computer industry. As you know, I'm a computer tech, so if you can make my job easier, that'd be great. But you know, basically, learning different types of coding, learning how to build computers, how to build drones and stuff like that. You know, those are the technologies that are going for the future: virtual reality, augmented reality, stuff like that. So, you know, I appreciate all that part. We'll get a little demonstration, and then we'll just talk a little bit about Matterport real quick, and
you got it,
and then go from there.
So here we have, we got the DJI Spark utilizes. Well, this is a small part of what facial recognition could be going to. This is utilized through Palm. You utilize your Palm. You have your remote here. You know. You know, every drone comes with a remote, 2.4 to 5.8 gigahertz you utilize. But this one right here alone utilizes a lens where actually locates, right now you see the yellow LED lights right now, looking for an indication of who you are and what it is, right? What's going on right now. So as you double tap in the areas, you're gonna see a red vision come up, and once the LED lights turn green, you're good to go. Go. Easily. Alright, they turn green. They're moving it up. Moving it down. Moving it all around. Let's do it again. Put your hands up. Palm up. Don't do this to me right now. Yeah. Palm it up. Alright. Let's turn green. So, hold those palms up. Hold it. Right about, there you go. Alright, give it go to the left, go to the right. There you go.
What's the reaction rate on something like this?
Well, it has like, you said reaction-wise? Yeah. So it has like a tip rate of a 2-second delay. Once you back up a little bit.
How do I bring it closer to you?
Back it up.
Oh, okay.
Alright, keep it green. Come back. So it has a distance, limited distance. So there you go. Back up nice and slow. And you're always going to walk back too. Small, slowly. Keep going. Back it up. Back up. Keep your, so keep your palm the way it is. Alright. And then you're going to back up slowly. Keeping the palm in the same manner. Straight up. Step up to it. leg up. Back, there you go. There you go. So, next to the other, right, you're gonna, there we go. Look at that now, right? You're gonna drop your hand. Right? Alright. Now what you're gonna do is put your hand under the drone. Just like trust, let's do it like that. Like just landing there. Drop your hand again. Drop your hand to the side. Oh. Now we go. Go like this. Am I not on the center? Like that? So you do it. That up. And come down. You do it. Yeah.
You guys do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I need a lesson.
And now, so the sensor right now, right? It's sensing that I'm literally right under it. Right?
And that's what the color changes are?
Yeah, the color changes are, right? So as soon as it goes back to green, right? So let me back up myself, right? Alright. Now there's certain. Alright.
And it turns itself off.
Yes, yeah.
See, I need a lesson. That's what it is.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's just a small tidbit, right? So now we have.
So now this is the programming portion, right?
Programming portion is very important.
All right.
So we're gonna just leave your hands flat. We're gonna launch the mission real quick from here. All right, launching the mission.
And this is running off of an iPad.
So what we're gonna do in this is essentially, right? We're gonna go into the back end of the drone. The drone itself has its own Wi-Fi chip. It's called the Tello. The Tello drone that you get at your Best Buy, your Walmart, and you want to download drone blocks, Scratch, HTML, exactly an extender on Scratch itself. This is good for all schools to actually get themselves involved in, because this is the future of drone technology right here. Because we want kids to actually be able to program. We're going into the world of autonomy.
So basically, you could build it where you could send it to my house, drop off a package, then come back in a specific cycle.
So that's where we have conversations about battery efficiency, right? We talk about batteries and we talk about exactly those types of elements, right? So right now we're gonna launch it from your hand.
My hand was too high.
Let's launch it from the ground. So here we go. We're gonna launch the mission right now.
Too tall.
That was beautiful.
I broke it.
Oh, it's fine.
No, but see, this is a portion where kids would have to learn. My son has a really tiny one, right? And so learning how to fix them is going to definitely help them, especially if they run a program or something like that and they mess up. It's not the end of the world. You could rebuild it. We have the technology.
We definitely do. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's great. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
What
we're going to do, we're going to replace these propellers.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back to the drawing board. That's
it.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But so the other service that you guys offer is a Matterport.
Yes.
So if you want to go into that.
So Matterport
I'm sorry.
is one of our. What we're doing right now, we're going to create a software with Matterport and with drones itself. People want to see the ambience of an area, right? They want to see the ambience of a restaurant, or they want to see the ambience of what we do normally with schools. We do VR tours. So a lot of schools cannot afford to maybe bring their kids to maybe to the Bronx Zoo or Natural Museum of Natural History. So what we'll do, we'll go into these areas, and what we'll do a VR, and they'll actually have history VR where they put the VR goggles on, and everybody in the classroom, well, we're taking a trip to New York City, guys, or taking a trip to Dubai. And this is initially going to be the next step of 21st century learning about history, but in a more interactive way, right? You gotta keep kids involved. The books are great, but only could reach a kid only so much. I need to see it, right? As I'm listening to them, like, wow, I get to actually learn about these artifacts through VR. So these are more interactive ways that we're broadcasting services on an educational level, you know. So, and then, you know, essentially what they could do, you know, what we'll have in the VRs when they're utilizing, everyone gets to choose which way they want to go, you know. But at the same time, they're having the history go on, like, oh, this is what's going on. This was going on back in the centuries, and the VR is it's a whole nother realm. Far from the drones, they're not far from each other. Just Internet of Things, just added components. So we'll have the drone in the air. You get the outdoor area of it, the outside experience, and then you get the indoor experience of what it's like. You know, our gyms that we have, people want to be like, oh, I don't want to go in there. Well, let me see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I can.
So like originally it came from like realtors, right?
Yeah.
They were using it, but now like if you want to take somebody to, you know, anywhere. So you were saying like the Natural History Museum, you could basically take a tour that way as well.
We utilize this in construction sites. We utilize it for insurance purposes, especially for, say we have a house we just built, and you want we had a natural disaster that happens. You know, a lot of times they want to see what was the forefront of what it looked like at this price, and these are the items we had, and so then, you know, this could actually be a log for insurance.
Yeah,
a lot of times. This market here, it could go into so many different elements. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So this is definitely this came out in 2015 on the Matterport, and it's been rocking ever since, and people are just
anything, because it can basically work for anyone. Or if you're just an enthusiast and you want to be able to do videos and stuff like that, or, you know, take a picture of the beautiful Hudson Valley that we have. You know, Tony, thank you very much.
Anytime.
And that being said, this is CE Avengers signing off. Why get a geek when you can have an Avenger? CE Avengers signing off. Thank you. All right.
Awesome, bro. Awesome
Great live
sauce,
video,
man.